Welcome to This Explainer. Let's jump right in, because today we're tackling a seriously urgent topic, one where knowing the facts ahead of time is absolutely critical. Look, a home fire is hands down one of the most terrifying and dangerous accidents anyone can face. And the most important thing we need to get straight right off the bat is that those very first minutes, they are everything. They literally dictate your survival and are the absolute most decisive factor in protecting lives. So, here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the importance of maintaining calmness in those initial moments. Second, the extreme danger of water on oil fires. Third, safe evacuation and closing doors. And finally, calling civil protection immediately once you're safe. All right, starting with Section 1, the first minutes, maintaining calmness. When you first discover a fire, everything boils down to a split-second binary decision. I know it's hard, but maintaining your calm is the absolute foundation of survival here. Why? Because you have to quickly assess the situation without panicking. Basically, you've got two paths. If it's a very small fire, and I mean very small, and you can control it safely without any personal risk, you can try to put it out. But if that fire is already spreading, or if the room is filling up with smoke, that's it. The time for fighting is over. You need to immediately evacuate the home. Moving right along to Section 2, the danger of water on oil fires. Let's think about a really specific, super common emergency, a kitchen fire. Just pause for a second and ask yourself, honestly, what is the absolute worst mistake you could make in a kitchen fire? When a pan of cooking oil suddenly goes up in flames, your immediate gut instinct is to grab whatever is closest to put it out, right? And what's always right there in a kitchen? Water. But leaning on that instinct can literally turn a bad situation into a total catastrophe.
The rule here is 100% unequivocal. Never, under any circumstances, use water on burning oil. I really can't stress this enough. Instead of putting the fire out, water reacts violently with the boiling oil. It basically causes this sudden, explosive spread of flames. It's like throwing a tiny bomb into the pan. It instantly makes the fire massively worse and puts anyone standing nearby in extreme danger.
Okay, Section 3, safe evacuation and closing doors to protect your family. So, say the fire is spreading, and you have to get out. Managing your family's escape is the priority. Step 1, alert every single person in the house immediately. Step 2, you've got to prioritize the vulnerable. That means physically helping kids, the elderly, or anyone with special needs so they can exit safely. And then Step 3, and this is a highly tactical move that people almost always forget in a panic, close the door of the room where the fire started as you leave. Seriously, just pulling that door shut behind you physically chokes the fire and severely limits the spread of both flames and deadly smoke to the rest of your home. Now, let me just slow down here for a second, because this next part is absolutely crucial, especially if you live in an apartment or a multi-story building. When you're evacuating, do not touch the elevators. They are strictly off limits. You have to rely exclusively on the stairs to get down and out. And please, do not delay for personal items. Don't go looking for your laptop or your photo albums. Your one and only priority is getting out alive. And that brings us to Section 4, call civil protection immediately. All right, so you've made it outside, you and your family are in a safe location. What's next? Your immediate next step is calling in the professionals. Specifically, you need to call the Algerian Civil Protection right away. And when they answer, the single most important thing you can tell them is your exact precise location. Give them the details as clearly as possible so they can dispatch fire engines to you without a single wasted second. 0. That is exactly how many reasons you have to go back inside that building. Honestly, do not return to the house for any reason at all, no matter what you think you might have left behind. You have to stay outside until the competent authorities arrive on the scene, handle the fire, and officially declare that the building is safe to re-enter. Until you hear those exact words from the professionals, your count stays firmly at 0. Now, it's worth noting that the steps we are walking through today aren't just casual tips. They're actually internationally recognized safety principles that are specifically proven to reduce injuries and save lives. In fact, these protocols are fully approved and endorsed by major national and global authorities. We're talking the Algerian Civil Protection, the National Fire Protection Association, the American Red Cross, and even the World Health Organization. So yeah, this is basically the global gold standard for fire survival. So, we've gone over the critical first minutes, the absolute danger of mixing water and oil, the rules of a safe evacuation, and exactly who to call. Which leaves me with one final super important question for you. Is your family's evacuation plan ready today? Please, take the information from this explainer, sit down with your family tonight, and make sure everybody knows the drill. Because being prepared before disaster strikes is quite literally the best way to stay safe. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and take care of yourselves out there.